Hello everyone, welcome back. A few weeks ago, I was scrolling through my photo gallery, thousands of pictures, trips, sunsets, restaurants, roads, friends, celebrations, everything looked beautiful. But then I noticed something. Some of the happiest moments of my life weren't there. There wasn't a single photograph of them, and that's when I realized maybe the best parts of life don't photograph well. When someone asks us, "How was your year?" our brain immediately opens up the photo gallery. We remember vacations, birthdays, mountain views, functions, the moments that looked good. But if someone asked me, "What actually changed you this year?" my answer would be completely different. It wasn't the places, it was the conversations, the silent road trips, the random evening walks, that I completely, the day that looked completely ordinary while quietly changing who I was. The day the day that looked completely ordinary but quietly changing who I was. I remember sitting with friends doing absolutely nothing. No grand discussion, no celebration, no life-changing event. Just a cup of tea, a laughter, someone making a terrible joke, someone arguing about something completely silly, someone talking about a dream they weren't even sure they believed in. If you would have taken a picture of that moment, it would have not looked great. It would be completely boring. But somehow those were the evenings I remember the most. It's fascinating. We photograph scenery, but we remember feelings. Nobody looks back at an old picture and says, "Look at that chair." They remember who was sitting on it. Nobody misses the restaurant. They miss the conversation that happened there. The photograph captures the background. Memory keeps the people. I think we have started confusing what is visible with what is valuable. The weekend trip gets 100 photographs, but a phone call that helped you survive a difficult week gets none. A birthday party gets an album, a friend who stayed awake until 2 a.m. listening to you gets nothing. Your graduation gets framed, the teacher who quietly believed in you rarely does. It's strange, life keeps rewarding what was seen, while our hearts keep remembering what couldn't. Some of my favorite memories would look incredibly ordinary on camera, sitting on the floor of my friend's apartment, talking about life, sharing dosa after a long day at work, watching rain through a window, a random child smiling at me, traveling in a crowded train, having tea with my parents, helping someone move houses, walking home after playing table tennis. Nothing extraordinary, nothing viral, nothing worth posting, yet somehow those moments became permanent resident of my memory. I think happiness has a very quiet voice. It doesn't usually arrive with firework. It arrives wearing ordinary clothes. It sits beside you. It asks how your day went. It laughs at stupid things. It sends you a random message saying, "Have you reached home?" And then before you realize it, that ordinary evening becomes one of the stories you will tell for years. There's another reason I think these moments matter, because they are impossible to plan. Nobody schedules like on Tuesday 7:42 p.m. you will experience one of the happiest conversation of your life. It just happens randomly, unexpectedly, quietly. Which is why I think happiness isn't really a destination. It's more like a sunlight passing through a window. If you're looking at your phone, you will miss it. A few months ago, I caught myself doing something. I was experiencing something beautiful, and my first instinct was to reach for my phone. Then I stopped. And I asked myself, do I want to remember that, or do I want to remember this, or do I want a proof that this happened? They are not always the same thing. Sometimes the camera helps us preserve a memory, other times it quietly steals us away from living it. I'm not saying don't take photographs. Please do. Photographs are beautiful. They are like little time machines, but don't become so busy documenting your life that you forget to experience it. Some memories deserve pixels, other deserves presence. Learn the difference. I also think there's a reason nostalgia exists. Because life never tells us this is the moment you will miss. It happens first. Recognition comes later. One day you will miss the office you complained every Monday. You will miss the roommates who left dirty dishes in the sink. You will miss the noisy neighborhood, the long commute, the tea stall outside work, the calls from your parents asking, "Have you eaten?" You will miss things you never thought you would miss. Not because they are extraordinary, because they quietly became home. Maybe that's what growing older really means. Not collecting bigger achievements, but discovering the hidden beauty inside ordinary days. So, tonight, before you go to sleep, don't ask yourself what exciting things happened today. Instead, ask what ordinary moment would I be sad to lose forever? Maybe it was breakfast with your family. Maybe it was laughing with a colleague. Maybe it was your pet waiting for you at the door. Maybe it was finishing work and watching the evening sky for 30 seconds. Maybe it was nothing. Or maybe that nothing was quietly becoming everything. Life doesn't always arrive wearing beautiful sunsets or passport stamps or expensive dinners, or sometimes life arrives as a conversation on a balcony. A cup of tea, a long train journey, a rainy evening, a midnight bike ride, a shared silence, a familiar voice. In those moments don't photograph well, but somehow they become the pictures we carry for the rest of our lives. Thank you. Thanks for listening to me today. Thanks for giving me your valuable few minutes. See you next time. Till then, stay sane and keep exploring. Bye bye.